Hi YouTube, it's me. Told you I'd be back. It's Tail on Soul. Today I'm going to give you guys a deck profile. Finally got the name down. It's a Yugioh deck profile. I'm still doing a couple other things to figure out what I'm going to do later on. So I'm just going to get right into it, and we'll see from there. This is Fableds, and I love Fableds, the whole deck in general. I love it. Always have, always will. So I'm going to try to bring it back with new flair and try to make it competitive. This is what I have so far. First we have 3 Fabled Kushiana, or not Kushiana, but Grimro. If you don't know what this lady, beautiful lady, does, she's pretty much the beat stick of the deck. 1700 attack, over 1000 defense, level 4. And what her effect says is that she can be discarded from the hand and special or bring a fabled monster from the deck to your hand. So you can ditch her and get a monster from your deck. So just pretty much a searcher and a beat stick. Next, 3 Fabled Yugioh, another one of the big beaters in this deck that I put in. Sorry for the DT flare here. I'm not a big fan of it myself. He is a 16 over 1000, and he's a level 3, so that's pretty good. When he is discarded, he can be special summoned and come back with 200 more attack. So just a really beat stick kind of guy, and good for the special summoning of this deck. Next I have 3 Chawa. He usually helps me with Ganache, so Ganache goes and comes back, so I can go for level 4 Synchro, or if I have another Ganache Exceed into, which I do in this deck. But anyway, the Chawa here is 200 over 100. He is a 1-star tuner, and you can discard a Fabled monster to special summon him. So that's him. I got 3 Cerebral. One of the best tuners in this deck is what everybody says. I somewhat agree with that. I believe Chawa's a little bit better, but he's just as good. He's a 2-star tuner, 1000 over 400. When he is discarded, he gets a special summon from the graveyard. Not too much on that guy. I run 2 Snipe Hunter. I see 1 usually in a lot of decks, but with me, I love to use the discarding, and this also helps you destroy. So why not run 2 when he's dark and you can go Chaos Orc with him? He's a 15 over 600. Everybody knows his effects, or should know his effect by now. I run 2 Crews. I tried 3 in it, and I went on to Dueling Network, and it does not work. So I went with 2. She is an 1000 over 800, and it says when she's discarded, you get a special summon a Fabled monster from the grave. So just really good. Again, like I said, another Exceed, or if somehow you get her out on the field, go for something huge. I think, yeah, you can't special summon this card, but you can special summon another Cruise from the grave. This is a weird card in the deck, but I like running it for most of the meta. It really stalls when you need it to until you get stuff in your hand. For Thunder King, for most people, these are the common ones. I like them better. Most people know the effect because I don't want to read it, but it is 19 over 800, and it's just really good for stalling most decks. I played a Dark World on Dueling Network, and this stalled for me for a long time until he could destroy it. But it's a really good way to help you get your hand situated. 2 Chaos Sorcerer. Since I'm running some darks in here, and then I got and most of the Fables are light, why not? 1 Honest. 1 Kate Sith. This one is a 800 over 600, and when he's discarded, you can destroy something on the field. He is a 1-star tuner as well, so if you get him out in fit, he could help out a little bit. But I use him mostly for the effect. Sangan, because not only does Rimmer search, I just thought I'd need another searcher, and he's a dark, so I can use him with my Chaos Sorcerer. Morphing Jar makes you discard, and if I have any discard effects that works with it, you see these in Dark World deck all the time, so it's really good in Fableds as well. The final card for the monsters is a Battle Fader. I think you can see the picture, but which helps me stall along with the Thunder Kings. For spells, I have a Mind Control, mostly for the synchroing and exceeding, and that's pretty much it, because I synchro like crazy in this deck. I rarely exceed, because most of the time you don't want to exceed, but exceeding is still really good in this deck, which you can use it. It's just situational, but this can help you get it a little bit more faster. Lightning Vortex, discard one and destroy monsters. So if I discard Kate Sith along with this card, I'll destroy their monsters and maybe one of their back row, which is always good for me because back row is really hard to get through right now. A Pot of Avarice, since I can't run more than one. There it is. Sometimes when I'm sighting in, I take out this one and put a Pot of Duality in for it, just so I could get my monsters faster. But it's still really good because you lose monsters quick and you need them back in the deck. I still haven't figured out how exactly to do that quicker. Card Destruction. Thinking about taking this out for Duality anyway. Even though I get to discard for it and grab the same many, it's really hard to get, but it's still really good, so I'd still put it in my side deck. So still really good card. Darkhold, Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, and 2 Mystical. The main reason that these are here because I hate backfield, and backfield scares the crap out of me. Why not use the hate for it? Finally, I have Traps, which I go 2 Solemn Warning, 2 Regeki Break. Thank you for priority being gone. This helps me a lot in this deck. Not only do I get to discard, I get to destroy one. Mirror Force. And finally, Starlight Road. Since I synchro, I have a Stardust in here. Why not use it? Alright, that's it for the main deck. That is the Fable deck. Now I'm going to go into the extra deck for this little bit and show you what I got in there. And yeah. So I have 1 Leviathan, 1 Utopia. Then I go into the Synchros, which are 2 Unicorn. If you don't know what this does, it pretty much says if my hand is the size as my opponent's hand, no effects can be used on this card. I run an Armory Arm, mainly because of the level 4 it is, and because I get equipped and go over the higher stuff. And I really get this quick too. So I usually go Armory Arm before I do Unicorn. 3 Raging, whatever you want to call them. This is my big draw power. That's usually what you go for. Not only do you get this big 23/18 on the field, if you don't have any in your hand, you get to draw 2, or if you have 1, you draw 1. But then you have 3 23s at a certain time on your field. It's really hard to get around them unless they have a dark hole. So that's that. 1 Flamvelier Quasas, or however you say him. He's the piercing Flamvel. I really like this guy. I like him mostly because everybody's going to set Raikos, and I can still get it even though they destroy it. So, I mean, he's still a good card. A shiny Gaia Knight, mostly to get over their Stardust. Black Rose, my favorite card in the whole game right now. Voltic Bicorn. No, if you don't know what this says, it's a 25/2000, level 7 synchro, and when it's destroyed, the top 7 of their cards, your deck, goes in the grave. Not only does this work for me, it would work against light swarms to make them mill. Yes, it would put wolf out if they happen to mill wolf, so be it. But I mean, it's still, you still have a 25, which is over wolf, so it really don't matter anyway. Sorry about the train in the background. One Valkyris. Yeah, one Valkyris. He says once per turn I can discard a fiend to draw a card, so he's another little bit of a draw power, but he's also a really big beat stick for 29 over 17, level 8. Stardust, and finally Leviathan. Leviathan is 10, which is so hard to do, even if it is in this deck and it swarms like crazy. But it's really hard to do, but I still like having it in there, because I've realized that sometimes I will have a whole field and be able to synchro for it, and just one card away, like Mind Control, bring it over and just go for it. And not only that, the effect says I get to bring 3 more Fableds back from the grave. So I don't really see how that's bad, but I may switch it out for another Valkyris, because I do need that draw power just a little bit more. But he's 3,000. So that's that for the Fabled deck. I will be bringing many more decks here soon. Deck techs, rants, raves, not the dance, and I'm probably going to switch up and do a couple other things that are not so geeky here in the next little bit. So keep watching, guys. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you.